The HOA had been making threats for months, claiming that my grandfather's 93-year-old ranch was unsafe and not up to code. They didn't care that the ranch had been in our family for generations, built with his own hands, and standing strong long before their neighborhood bylaws even existed. One morning, a caravan of HOA board members and hired contractors stormed onto the property with clipboards and demolition equipment, declaring that the place would be leveled by sundown. They didn't expect resistance, after all. Who would imagine a frail old man standing in their way? But they didn't know my grandfather. Grandpa stepped out onto the porch. Leaning on his cane, his calm demeanor masking years of experience most people couldn't even begin to imagine. "You're trespassing," he told them in a voice that carried more authority than any megaphone. Karen, the HOA president, scoffed and barked orders to her team, telling them to start prepping the land. But as they advanced, Grandpa lifted. His phone made one quick call, and within minutes the sound of helicopters filled the sky. Black SUVs rolled up the dirt road, and armed officers stepped out. Scanning the crowd with precision, Karen and her board froze. "What? What is this?" she stammered, suddenly pale. My grandfather gave a slight grin. "I see I'm not just some old rancher. I spent decades training and advising tactical units. I'm still a SWAT tactical advisor. And you all just attempted an illegal demolition of federal protected property." The contractors dropped their tools instantly, wanting nothing to do with the escalating scene. The officers moved in, demanding IDs and paperwork, none of which the HOA could produce. The arrogance drained from Karen's face as reality hit her. The ranch she wanted to bulldoze wasn't just a building, it was a landmark, safeguarded and respected. And under the watch of a man whose network of law enforcement connections stretched farther than she could ever imagine. The SWAT officers surrounded the HOA group, and one even leaned toward Karen, saying coldly, "You just trespassed onto the wrong man's land." Within the hour, citations were issued, trespassing charges were filed, and the contractors were escorted out. Karen tried to protest, whining about community standards, but her words fell flat. My grandfather simply returned to his porch, sat down, and sipped his coffee as if nothing had happened. The HOA left in disgrace that day, and word spread fast. No one dared threaten the ranch again. Not once people learned that the 93-year-old man they tried to intimidate was the very one SWAT called when they needed advice on taking down the toughest situations.